Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to continue working on part 3 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the previous video, we were able to finish the powder room and then the laundry room, and then we have some storage here or pantry. So now we're going to continue working on this. I want to start adding the kitchen area right here. I'm planning to add a linear kitchen right about here, and then we will have a island right here and then the dining area here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to click on section here. Section will provide us an elevation, and then it will give us a better look when we're creating our kitchen right here. So here I'm just going to flip it around. So here we have this flip section, and then we could just put it like so. If we click on this, it will show the door right here and then our wall, and then from here we could add in the top cabinets, and then from the bottom we're going to add it from here. So now we're gonna continue here. First, I'm planning to add our kitchen sink. So here I'm gonna load. We're already in the sink, so here we're just going to add in. So if you don't know where to find this, it's under plumbing. So go to plumbing, architecture, fixtures, and then sink, and then we have some kitchen sinks right here that we could add. So now here we're going to add this big single kitchen sink. I'm going to click on open and then CM. We're going to add it in the middle, right? So I'm going to add it right here, and then we're going to add the fridge. So load family, go back here to the main, look for specialty equipment, domestic, and then here mid-range, and then we have some fridge right here. So we're going to add one of this, or it's up to you which one you're gonna choose. I'm gonna choose this one. So I'm gonna click open, CM, and then add the fridge right about here. Spacebar to change orientation. So I'm just gonna give it a nudge because I'm planning to add a casing for this. Let's click on edit type again. I don't want to show the label, so it's distracting me, so I rather have this, and then here I'm moving everything else. So from here let's add in the case, so the base. So let's go to here under architecture, drop down, model in place, and then look for generic model, and then from here press OK. This will be, you can change it, you can put kitchen base, case, or whatever. I'm just gonna leave this name like that so it's easier for me. And then here I'm gonna click on extrusion, and then I'm going to change the material, and then from here you assign your materials. I'm going to choose a wood material first. So I'm going to choose a wood materials for all of them, and then here I'm just going to choose mahogany first. Click apply and then OK. And then from here we could put rectangle. You can, if you know the extrusion end, usually 900. If you don't, we could pull it up. That's why it's easy to use model in place, because it's easy to pull it up. But right now we know that this is up to 900. So here I'm going to add this one. So this is the base. If you click finish, and then if we see in 3D, and then as you can see, it is exactly right there. We're still going to add a top, but before we add the top, we need to add the kick plate. So to do that, I'm going to edit, or we need to create again. Don't click finish yet, because you're gonna completely finish the model in place. What you need to do is just from here, we finished the extrusion, but now we're going to void some part here. So click void sweep, and then we pick the path. So I'm gonna choose this one, and then from here click on finish, and then click on sweep again, and then click edit profile. So you need to do those sequencing so that you show this one. Now you need to click on rectangle, and then from here we need to create our kick plate. Mostly I'm gonna put 100 right here, and then here I'm going to just put 50 to make it simple, and so that you guys can remember easily. And then here click on finish, go back here, click finish again, and then before you don't do anything anymore, you can click on cut geometry, and it will cut, as you can see. And then we know that we're going to add a case here, so we're going to move this one a bit, not too much right here. So here we're still right here. Now we're going to add the top. So create extrusion rectangle, and then we need to start from 900, and then we need to end it 925, so 25 millimeters or 1 inch. This one we need to change the material, and we need to add a stone material. So stone, we could use this to make it easier for us to remember, and then press OK. And then now let's just add a stone at the top. Click on finish, and then let's look at it at 3D. And as you can see, it's just a little bit at the top. So what we need to do is we need to go back to section, and then we need to just click on finish right here. We could just edit that later on. So here we could just nudge it in place. I usually like going past, and then AL, I'm going to align it, so it's easier for me. I know it's really flush. If we look at it at 3D right now, basically this is over this one, and we need to create a void again. So now what we need to do is go back to level 1, and then here we need to select this again to edit, and then to create another void, and this one is just a void extrusion. So this void extrusion, we want it to be around this part. We want it to be over, so that it's not blinking, because if anything is overlapping, exactly overlapping each other, it's gonna keep on blinking when you put it in Twinmotion, and that's the effect of overlapping. As you can see here, that's the blinking that I'm referring to, because it's just overlapping each other. Now I'm just pulling this out, and then I'm gonna click on cut geometry, and then as you can see the hole now there. We can see it better if I change it to consistent. Before, it's not nothing because there's no void. It was looking like this only. So now everything is good. We can pull this back in hidden. So it depends on you how you want it to look. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add in a case here. I'm gonna add the case under section because I want to see everything. So here we could finish this now. We're not yet done, but we could finish this because we already voided the same generic model that we created. So now here we're just going to nudge this using our keyboard shortcut, and then we just need to add a case right here. So now go back to architecture, go to drop down model in place, and then another generic model. This will be generic model number 2, and then here press OK. Click on extrusion, pick a plane, and then we're going to select this wall. And then now, once we select the wall, this will appear, and then you'll be able to create. So now it will extrude from the wall now, but when we're doing this one, we were in level 1, and the extrusion part, or where we set it, is in the ground or level 1. So that's why it's going up. This is going from the wall. So now let's add in a different material. I'm gonna put in a different stone, and then here I'm going to choose this one, click apply, OK, and then here I'm just going to put 0, and then here I'm just going to put 250 again. For now, that's just the default 250 because we don't know how we're going to extrude it, and then it's easy for us to extrude it manually. And then now click right here, and then we could start. I'm going to add the shape first, and then after that I'm gonna shape it right here. I know in this one it's gonna overlap, but we're just going to delete it. Here I'm going to put it around this height. I want it to be around, let's put this one around 2500, because once we add a floor, the floor will be minus 200 because the thickness of the floor will be 200. That's what I'm gonna set. So instead of this going from the floor going above, it will be around 2800 only. So now I'm still planning to add in something here so that we could add in some design. So I'm going to click on finish. We need to delete now this one. That's what we forgot to do. And then here what I'm gonna do is SL, that's split element. This is the icon right here. And then now TR, we're gonna trim this first, and then trim this again. Trim this first, and then trim this part again. So now this is just a casing now. Once we click finish, if we go to 3D, there's still room so that we could just extend this one. Now it's looking like it is built in for that space. So now we could just click on finish on that. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come back to section, and then I want to add in the top cabinets. So here, let's go back to architecture, drop down, model in place. Let's save this first, and then go to generic model again. This will be number 3. And then now I'm gonna go to extrusion again, pick a plane. I'm gonna choose this plane so that we could do it the same thing as this, going front, but it's going to be a different material, like the ones that we did below, a wood, but a different kind of wood. So let's go with maple glossy. Click apply, OK. And then here we're going to add a rectangle. In terms of extrusion, we're probably just going to put it at around 400 or 500 just to be enough. And then here we're going to add our cabinet. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to align it to this top, AL. I'm going to align this, and then here I'm just going to drop this. I'm probably going to put this one around 600 or around 650 for the height. So once you're happy with this, you could go ahead and click on finish, and then if we see it in 3D, it will look like that. We could even start adding the cabinets right here. So let's go back to section. Knowing that we already have this, I'm probably going to edit this again, edit this extrusion. We probably need to change this to 700 or 750. I want it to be like that. Click on finish, and then again click on create, and then here I'm going to create another extrusion, but we're going to pick a plane. We're going to pick this plane so that we could have a cabinet right here. In terms of extrusion, we're going to put this one as around 25 only. And then here we're gonna set the same materials as what we have in the case. So what I usually do is click on rectangle, and then I create an offset which is 10, and then here I'm going to click at the corner, and then knowing that there's an extrusion, space bar or an offset, and then here I want it to be offset and it will be inside of this, not outside like earlier. So I'm happy with this. Then I'm going to add a line. I'm going to change or make the offset 0, and let's add it in the middle. And then from here, click here and then offset this one to 5, so that we will have 10 millimeters exact dimensions as the edges. And then after this, from here I'm just going to copy this. So copy command CO, and then here we're just going to copy it in the middle of this. We could probably add, so here we have this width, so around 1400, and then the 1400 we can divide it by 3. So 1400 divided by 3, it's around 460. So let's just put 460 right here, and then 460 again right there. At the same time, let's do it at the other side. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select this, and then let's do a mirror. So here I'm just gonna mirror draw, and now we have it on the side as well. And then after that, SL, that's split. So we need to split right here, and then at the top, so all the way from the bottom. We're gonna split all of this, and then after that we're going to trim it. And then TR, so trim and extend. So each and every one, just trim and extend. If you miss something, Revit will let you know anyway. So there's gonna be an error message on the bottom, and then if you click show, it will show you where you miss it. So it's very good. It lets you know where you made a mistake and how to fix it. And then now you just need to click finish, and then we have our cabinets at the top. So we're gonna stop here for now and continue on the next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.